in one of your videos, you mentioned a little bit about your time in the Marine Corps, how you like Korea and Japan, the Philippines, but you actually wanted to go to Iraq and Afghanistan. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Sure. I mean, I was in that generation that joined right after 9/11. So, we were wanting to go to war. And that was the biggest disappointment of my career when I was in, was that my unit never went to either place. And that's like the whole reason we signed up was, we're going to go kick some ass around the world. And um,
Sure.
the Marine Corps denied us that opportunity. So it was more of, I did a tour to Japan right when I got to my first unit, and we came back and they told us that we were, basically next in the pipeline to go to Iraq a year later, which, everybody was pretty motivated for. And then it gradually worked back to we were going to go on the carrier. And then they were like, oh, you're going to go back to Japan again. And we were all a bunch of pretty pissed off people.
Do you still feel that way? Do you still feel like that you're a little robbed a little bit?
I mean, I feel robbed of the experience.
Okay.
I think what, almost 20 years later has given me is the perspective on those conflicts that I certainly, no one had at those times. It was a real stretch to justify Iraq from 9/11. That, basically non-existent. But what are a bunch of 20-year-olds supposed to know at the time?
Full of piss and vinegar type of thing. Yeah,
that's right. Afghanistan, we should have been out of there 15 years before. We, ultimately left with our tail between our legs last year. And, in hindsight, yes, I wish I had gone to those places because that's what I joined to do. But I think there's a much more nuanced conversation around the justification for those wars that we probably had no business going to Iraq, really. And Afghanistan, we kind of, screwed the pooch there when we didn't get bin Laden right away. And we should have, we did not need to engage in 20 years of nation building there to accomplish what we, initially set out to do.